Yeah, we back. We're back. We're back. I'm back for the press conference. Tank is talking right now. I just want to hear what he says. This is the post-conference, post-fight press conference. Hang out with me while we listen to Tank. Are they asking him questions? Let me see. I think he's waiting for Floyd. Oh, I'll turn it down. I don't want to get in trouble. Yeah, they said they're so proud of him in Baltimore. I mean, it's a crazy fight. You know, because he wanted Tank definitely wanted to outperform Lomachenko in this situation. So I'm watching Tank right now. He's like saying, like, what's up to Baltimore? Let me put this on my TV. Like, then I can play it a little louder and kind of tell you guys what he's saying. But yeah, tell me what you guys thought of the fight. Let me know what you guys thought. Do you think Tank can beat Lomachenko? That's the big question. Do you think he can beat Lomachenko? Do you think he can beat Teofimo Lopez? Thank you to PBC. Remember, appreciate. Guys, listen, PBC puts on, hey, this is a surprise live. Yeah, I'm going live again. Everybody else is live for the fight party. Everybody else is staying live, so I figured I'd come live. I'm going to get off after the post press conference, but I want to hear what Tank has to say. He's saying everybody supports him around the world. He don't even look like he was in a fight. So I just want to know what everybody's feelings are, whether or not y'all think Tank can beat Lomachenko. Let me know what you guys think. Shout out to PBC. PBC is really, really killing the game. Selling out arenas. Some places can only do 2,500. I'm not going to say who they are. Lomachenko's fight was only 2,500 people. There's no reason for that. This proves that Tank is the star. Tank and Canelo are the two stars. Look how many, it depends on butts you can put in the seat. That's what it comes down to. And Tank can put butts in the seat. Point blank, period. No matter which way you like it, cut it. I think Tank can beat Lomachenko. I think Tank can beat Lomachenko too. You know what I mean? Like, and then you got PBC marketing team. Shout out to PBC. PBC marketing team jumping in. Us YouTubers that are on live talking about the fights. And when I told PBC I was gonna be talking about the Lomachenko fight, they was like, yo, you should, because this is all about boxing. Okay, baby, I'll be up there. So I'm watching the press conference right now, post-fight press conference. Tank doesn't even look like he's in a fight. You know, Lomachenko did an amazing job, though. I take nothing away from Lomachenko, but come on. He's not messing. He did that to a 35 pounder. Yeah. He did it to a 35 pounder. He didn't do that to a guy, undefeated champion at 140. Tank is like laughing right now. Like Tank is just chuckling up. You know what I mean? Like Tank is just laughing. I think they're waiting on Floyd or something. He said he was tough. He said, no, he's 140. Oh, here we go. Premier boxing champion. Keep doing your thing and supporting the sport. We see you. Let me screenshot that. I can't, you know what I mean? I can't. That would be cool if we were able to go to the fights. Yeah, if this fight was in Texas, I would go. Floyd's on the side drinking coffee.
More questions?
That might be it for Tank.
Big round of applause.
Big round of applause for Tank. Yeah, that's it. I'll probably go back and watch that. But yeah, I mean, I got 6 people in there, so 6 people. Let me know what you guys think. Can Lomachenko mess with Tank? I don't think so. I don't think anybody 140 down can mess with Tank. Personally, that's just me. But you know how boxing politics are. Josh Taylor's top rank. Teofimo Lopez, top rank. They got all those belts over there. If they lose, if any of those guys lose, right? Any of those TR guys, if they lose, it's definitely not going to be to somebody in PBC. They'd rather shelf their fighters like they did with Mikey Garcia. They'd rather shelf their fighters like they're doing with Bud Crawford. There is zero reason Bud Crawford should be fighting Josh Taylor. Like, what reason is there for Bud Crawford to not, you don't get the Pacquiao fight, you don't get the Spence fight, Bob Arum throws you under the rug, You got people like Keith Thurman on Fight Hype saying, yo, get the hell away from Bob. Keith Thurman's wide open. Sean Porter's wide open. Oh, Ugas is wide open. You got way more real welterweights at 147 that you can fight. And Bob Arum's talking about you're going to fight Josh Taylor? Like what? For what reason? For what reason? You're better off going up and fighting at 154 then or something. Like, why are you fighting? I bet you won't fight Tank. We know that. He's a champion now. He's got the regular champ at 140. Oh, Floyd is keep. Oh, Tank almost fell. Tank almost fell off the stage. Tank almost fell off the stage at the press conference. They all had to catch him. Floyd was like, boy, what's going on? But that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, I don't want to hear none of this. Like, what's going on? Like, yo, the money is with PBC. Facts is just facts. Like I said, I was at the last Tank Davis fight. If this fight had been in Texas, I'd have been there. If it had been in Barrios' hometown of San Antonio, I would have went out there. But since I'm doing this live thing, I'm being recognized and stuff like that, it makes more sense for me to sit here in my home, go live with you guys, and give play-by-play of the fights. That's what the people want to see. PBC appreciates it. They're in a lot of YouTubers. The marketing team at PBC is genius. They're in YouTubers' comments like, yo, we appreciate what you're doing. That's super smart marketing. That's the reason why they can sell out a venue in Atlanta. Tank, and with Tank and freaking Mario Barrios, who's from Texas. Like, it's not like that these guys are from the South. Neither one of these guys are from the South. None of these guys are from the South, and yet they're able to go to Atlanta and sell out. Who else is selling out boxing in Atlanta? Who else is selling out boxing in Atlanta? Nobody. But Tank built his own market there. Where the hell? Lomachenko fought with 2,500 people tonight. There are more people at this post-press conference than there were at the Lomachenko fight. So if you're Bob Arum, you're saying, well, Lomachenko, I'm sorry, the biggest venue I could put you in is 2,500. Bud Crawford, you can fight Pacquiao, but it's going to be in Abu Dhabi. And I'm not going to bid the highest on your fight. Teofimo Lopez, look, I'm gonna let Thriller and Matchroom Boxing outbid for your fight. How can you stay with a and then somebody like Teofimo Lopez re-signed with him just to have some guaranteed of 1.2 million for your future fights? Like, what is going on? I don't get it. And then people got nerve to jump on my live and say, you guys got nerve to jump on my live and got nerve to say, oh, Tank's ducking this, and Devin Haney's ducking this, and all these. It's like, hold on. When Mikey Garcia was top ranked, Bob Arum wouldn't let Mikey Garcia anywhere near Lomachenko. Mikey Garcia was destroying people at 135, 130. Oh, he's too big. Lomachenko's a 130-pounder. Lomachenko is fighting this guy. Fought everybody around Mikey Garcia. Never got to fight Mikey Garcia. And that was when Mikey Garcia was over there. Then when Mikey Garcia wanted to fight, Top Rank shelved him for 2 years. 2 years they shelved him. Here we go. Floyd about to answer questions. Let's see. Floyd about to answer questions? Is Floyd fighting next? Or is Floyd not going to answer questions? Floyd is still there. All the press is waiting for Floyd. Like nobody, like all the press is surrounded around Floyd. Floyd looks like Mr. T right now. He's got mad chains around his neck. But he's just standing there, just soaking it up. Oh, okay, now Floyd is walking. Floyd said all he cares about is results. Floyd said, I can do a fake fight and get 100 M's. Yeah, that's true. So whenever I hear that there's not enough money, it's BS. They talking about Floyd. Floyd is talking mad trash right now. Floyd is talking crazy. He's talking reckless. But it's true. Like, only PBC can do that. Who else is doing that? Like, who else is putting on fights like this with selling out events and stuff like that? Top Rank ain't doing that. These guys are fighting out of little tiny venues. You supposedly got these fights like the Josh Taylor fight. Nobody was there. Nobody was there. Nobody was there at the Josh Taylor fight. That's why the pay-per-view numbers trash. The gate was trash. They haven't put on a big event in forever. The last big event that they put on didn't even have anybody in it. Tank was fighting with people in the stadium back in January. This is the first fight, one of the first fights to take that. Oh, here we go. Floyd is back. Floyd is back. What's he saying? Everybody, it's the press conference, but the whole press conference is basically just waiting for Floyd to talk. Yeah, that's what LAB said. Gervonta Davis is the most exciting fighter. Yeah, Floyd said, does he? Here we go. Here we go. Floyd talking trash. Floyd is just talking trash. He said, I don't know nobody in sports that can like do what he does as far as getting money and revenue. But again, I mean, you know, the proof is in the pudding. You move up, Lomachenko's not going to 140 anytime soon. Lopez might go to 140 after all that, everyone talking to Floyd. Yeah, everyone is talking to Floyd. They're just all hanging around. Because Floyd he's still a superstar. He's still a superstar. Here we go. What's he about to say? Here we go. What's he saying? Yeah. This, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't want to hear nothing else. What Tank did to this 140-pounder, true champion. How can Josh Taylor be undisputed? I don't understand. ESPN and Top Rank keep saying y'all got undisputed fighters. How? How can you have an undisputed fighter at 135 in supposedly Teofimo Lopez or Lomachenko, but you got Devin Haney? Then when Devin Haney becomes mandatory for the belt, you franchise Lomachenko so he doesn't have to fight Devin Haney. Doesn't make any sense. Explain to me how the hell Teofimo Lopez, only reason why Teofimo Lopez got that fight is because he was with Top Rank. That's it. That's it. The only reason why he got that fight, he didn't earn it. He has less fights than a Devin Haney. He didn't earn it. The only reason why he got that fight was because he was with Top Rank. And Top Rank, the video is very well known. Bob Arum told Devin Haney, when Devin Haney told him, like, yo, I want Lomachenko. Bob Arum told Devin Haney to his face, you're with the wrong promotion. You're with the wrong promotion. I don't know why the hell you would do that. A Devin Haney with any Top Rank fighter would be huge. But Bob's not going to let it happen. If Bob can't get a piece of your pie, he's not letting the fight happen. Point blank, period. The only fight that he allows to happen, and that's because Tyson Fury runs his own world. Tyson Fury was a phenom with or without any promotion. Tyson Fury is a marketing genius. Tyson Fury is a hot commodity. That's because he knows how to run his mouth. Point blank, period. That's what Tyson Fury brings to the table. He's going to get picked up by anybody, anytime, doesn't matter. So that's the reason why he can do what he wants. And same thing with Canelo. Those guys, they can go, they can fight all different types of promotions. They can do whatever the hell they want. But you notice, Canelo's not with anybody. Everybody left Bob Arum. Like, it doesn't make any sense. I don't want to hear nothing else, not after this Tank fight. Nakatani, who the hell was Nakatani? He was a guy who lost to Lopez. That's it. That's it. He was a guy who lost to Lopez. Nothing major. Nothing, not a big fighter, not a 140-pounder. Tank moved up to another division and fought one of the biggest guys, if not the biggest guys at 140. Because Mario Barrios is way bigger than Josh Taylor and Ramirez. Way bigger. A way bigger fighter. And Tank walked him down for 11 rounds and dropped him 4 times until the ref stopped it. Knocked him smooth off his feet in the 8th round. A little guy in little tank. Fighting 140-pounders like it's nothing. Walking through guys. So you got Bob Arum already saying he's not going to put Lomachenko in the ring with Teofimo Lopez again. He's talking about Josh Taylor for Lopez or Josh Taylor for Bud Crawford. What? Like what? This is what they do. Bob Arum just keeps recycling the same fighters. Just recycling the same fighters. Then every now and then, he'll pull somebody up from a lower division. Like you got, supposedly on ESPN, they had Bud Crawford as a pound for pound. I don't know how. I don't know how the hell you get pound for pound when you don't beat a Danny Garcia. You don't fight a Danny Garcia. You don't fight a Keith Thurman. You don't fight an Errol Spence. You don't fight a Sean Porter. But you're pound for pound in 147? How? How? Because you're fighting Bob Arum's flunkies. You're fighting Amir Khan's old, worn out Amir Khan's. You're fighting Victor Postel. Like who? You're fighting, not the dude. Who the hell's the dude that beat Pacquiao? Jeff Horn technically didn't beat Pacquiao. And the only reason why you got that belt is because Jeff Horn won it, and then Pacquiao was tired of you. Pacquiao was like, yo, I'm done. I'm going to make some real money. I'm going to have some mega fights. Pacquiao would have stayed with Top Rank. He wouldn't have had any mega fights like he's about to have with Spence. Pacquiao's last 2 fights between Keith Thurman and Spence, win or lose. He already won the Keith Thurman one. But win or lose against Spence, Pacquiao's going to go out as a super legend because of the fights that he was able to get and the type of money. You had him on the table. You had a Pacquiao-Bud Crawford fight on the table, and you let it go? That's how I know you don't give a damn about your fighters. You let Teofimo Lopez, his fight with Kambosos, who he shouldn't be fighting. He should be fighting a rematch with Lomachenko. But now you're telling Fight Hype, well, that fight won't be next. Teofimo Lopez has an obligation to fight somebody else, or Lomachenko has an obligation to fight somebody else in October or November. They won't be fighting next. What? What? You had Lomachenko, who's supposedly the pound-for-pound fighter, and he doesn't get an immediate rematch? And then his next fight is with 2,500 people? I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I don't want to hear nothing else about Top Rank. I don't want to hear nothing else about their fighters. Nothing else. I don't want to hear nothing. Until then, I don't want to hear nothing about Teofimo Lopez. If you continue to, I don't want to hear nothing about Bud, none of his issues that he's gone through. I don't want to hear it. You are the reason for your own issues. You had the opportunity. Hopefully, Bud has one more fight, and I want to touch on this before I head out. Sean Porter said he thinks Bud is only tied down contractually, but we all know how Top Ranks does. If you care more about the money than the actual sport, then what's the point of having that job? Well, because you're putting your life on the line. So you got to get paid. You don't want to end up like all these other old boxers, like a Michael Spinks and stuff like that, dying broke and beaten and worn and stuff like that. You put your body on the line. You deserve to be compensated for it. That's what matters. It's just that the business done by the promoters, because don't forget, Bob Arum is one of the last dying breed of promoters like a Don King. There's a reason why Don King doesn't have fighters anymore. And I don't know how the hell Top Rank continues to pull it off, but you could say that one of the greatest promotions of all time in Dana White and UFC, he doesn't mess with Bob Arum at all. And trust me, he's no saint. Dana White and UFC are known for not paying their fighters, right? Give or take, whatever. But he doesn't mess with Bob Arum either, at all, or De La Hoya. And you see how many fighters are leaving De La Hoya. Canelo, Ryan Garcia. He doesn't have anybody anymore. De La Hoya doesn't have anybody anymore. And the little bit of fighters that Top Rank has, I don't know how, he keeps binding them to these extensions on their contracts, and it's unfair. And Sean Porter said on his podcast, the Porter Way podcast, Sean Porter touched on a very good subject. Sean Porter said he thinks that the reason why he can't, because he wants to fight Bud, but Bob won't allow it to happen. Bob would rather Bud Crawford fight Josh Taylor at 147 than to allow Bud Crawford to fight Sean Porter, which would be a huge fight. But maybe he's bound contractually and he's about to do another extension just like Teofimo Lopez. I don't know. I know that Haney's with DAZN, so if I'm Haney, I'm thinking about putting that WBC belt on the line against, well, no. I don't see Haney wanting to fight Tank after that fight right there. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know who Tank's going to get the fight. I know it's not going to be Josh Taylor. Even though he has the WBA regular belt, he should get the chance to fight for all the belts at 140 because he'd crush Josh Taylor. He's not big enough. I've seen him. That Ramirez fight, he's not big enough. So now I'm done. Just want to recap after the fight. Thank you guys for tuning in. PBC, thank you. You guys continue to put on the best fights, the best promotion out there, best fights, bar none. It's not even close. Give it up for PBC. They just do it the best. That's it. And their marketing team is genius. To jump in lives and comment, you guys are amazing. That's the smartest thing I've ever seen. So stay tuned for my next live fight party reaction. That will be for the McGregor fight. If there's anything before, I will go live, but it'll definitely be for the McGregor fight. I cannot wait. So hopefully it'll be really big, and I will be here with George for that fight. So you guys know my slogan, man. Be safe, be basic. Peace.